Welcome to InfoHub. In our headlines, Demerara Harbour Bridge to undergo critical maintenance. Works on Letham Industrial Estate moving apace. Sophia squatters given an extended period to move. Stay tuned for the details of these and more. Daddy! And now for the details. The government continues to demonstrate its commitment to the public servants by offering annual increases in wages and salaries. Stacey Carmichael brings to you this special InfoHub report.
In 2015, when the government took office, the minimum wage was increased to $50,000. Then last year it was further increased to $55,555. And again last Thursday, another increase to $60,000 was announced by State Minister Joseph Harmon for 2017. For 2017, public servants earning between $50,000 and just under $100,000 will be receiving an 8% increase. 6% for those earning between $100,000 and just under $300,000, 5% for those earning between $300,000 and just under $500,000, 4% for those earning between $500,000 and just under $700,000, 2% for those earning between $700,000 and $800,000, and half of 1% for those earning between $800,000 to $1 million. Additionally, these increases will be retroactive from January this year. Since the APNU-AFC coalition government took office in May 2015, wages and salaries for public servants have increased steadily and a number of relief efforts instituted.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge is to undergo critical maintenance within a few days. Here is Renetta LaFleur.
Commuters who transit the Demerara Harbour Bridge are asked to put necessary measures in place to deal with extended bridge closures over the next few days. These closures are as a result of needed rehabilitation works. The bridge will be closed for 7 hours on Saturday morning. General Manager of the Demerara Harbour Bridge Corporation, Rawson Adams, said that one of the extra-large pontoons, which is used to support the bridge, has to be changed.
This brings the last pontoon under the retractor span that we set out to change over the last, I think, about a year and a half to 2 years now. So you've noticed, I think about 2 weeks ago, we've closed the bridge for about 6 hours, and that entailed changing out one of the pontoons under the retractor span. So this is the last of the extra large pontoons on the retractor span that we're changing out.
Adams highlighted that on Wednesday the engineers will remove the walkway, stairs and platforms. On Thursday they'll disconnect hinges, hydraulic pipes and install the temporary pontoons. On Friday they will also remove the hydraulic hinges and the hydraulic pipes, and on Saturday the switching of the pontoons will be done.
We've decided that we'll do it one at a time, and the method is to close the bridge to marine traffic, open to vehicular traffic, except for Saturday, where we'll be closing for a very lengthy period.
On Sunday, the system will be reconnected. System checks will continue on Monday, and by Tuesday, the bridge should return to normal retractions. The works will be carried out at a tune of $102 million. I am Renetta LaFleur reporting for InfoHub.
Berbice businessmen are optimistic about opportunities in the oil and gas sector as Exxon Mobil's Center for Local Business Development kicks off a nationwide outreach. Here's this report. The outreach in New Amsterdam on Monday was facilitated by the Berbice Chamber of Commerce and Development Association. Senior Vice President of the BCCDA, Errol Azar.
The outreach is a beautiful thing. We attended the seminars in town, myself and Mr. Alexander, and it was on our behest after they said that if we can put some members together, they would come.
Project Director of the Center for Local Business Development, Patrick Henry, shared information on the services offered. One such service is the registering of the local businesses on Exxon's supply database portal, which already has some 450 local businesses registered. Businessman Levan Butchie questioned Henry on how Berbice can benefit.
You guys looking for certain supplies, we are 2 hours away. What assurance would I have to get on board or get my things off?
Henry gave assurances that distance is not an issue in the oil and gas industry. Safety and competitiveness are the key to success in the industry.
So that's the change now. It's not that you're here and they're there and the different regions are broken up and everybody gets some percentage. It's who can get it there, who can be competitive, right? So everybody gets the chance to compete.
The Berbice Chamber of Commerce will begin selecting business representatives to participate in the oil and gas training the center offers in the coming weeks. The Letham Industrial Estate is expected to be operational by 2019. Minister of Business Dominic Gaskin spoke with InfoHub during a recent site visit. Here is more from Renetta Lafleur.
I have had a tour of the estate guided by the consulting engineer, and I am quite satisfied that he knows what he's talking about, and I'm also satisfied that the works have picked up a bit, because there was a little slowing down a few months ago on the part of one of the contractors, but his issues seem to have been ironed out, and he is now almost caught up with the original schedule, so we were very happy to hear that.
Minister Gaskin added that the industrial site has more meaning to the community of Letham now that it's a tongue. He added that the community will have a world-class industrial site, purpose-built on the outskirts of their tongue, and will provide numerous job opportunities for the region. Minister Gaskin explained to InfoHub the purpose of the business incubators.
That is going to allow small businesses and operators to have a space that they can occupy. It's going to be temporary occupation, because an incubator needs to incubate and then you move on, and then other persons can come in and have a chance, so that there's inclusivity and it meets its objectives, which is not to keep a business at a certain level, but to propel businesses, into a higher category.
Upon taking office in 2015, the current administration inherited this project from the previous administration, which was put on hold and reviewed. The Ministry of Business has responsibility for industrial estates at Letham, Belvedere, Eccles, and Caldingen. The latter two have combined 120 developed plots. They have close to 60 developed estates, providing jobs for about 4,000 Guyanese. The main industries are wood processing, cement and block making, food processing, fish processing, furniture manufacturing, metal fabrication, and pharmaceuticals. In the 2016 budget, $212 million was allocated for developing and fixing the industrial estates at Belvedere and Letham. Renetta Lafleur for InfoHub.
The Caribbean Association of Medical Technologists have gathered in Guyana for their biannual general meeting. The Caribbean Association of Medical Professionals for Laboratory Professionals was founded at the University of the West Indies, the Mona campus, in 1954 and currently has membership in more than 25 countries, including Guyana. The biannual general meeting was officially declared open by Minister of Public Health Waldo Lawrence on Monday evening at the Marriott Hotel.
The Ministry of Public Health acknowledges the invaluable contribution that this august body has and continues to make to the health sector, and more particularly to the delivery of quality health care in the region and further afield.
The minister noted that since 70% of all clinical laboratory results are used by physicians as a guide in patient management, she noted therefore it is appropriate to promote the field of medical technology, which aims to discover new methods to provide faster and more accurate testing.
It is my contention that this will not only impact on emergency situations, but will ultimately enhance patient care and assist our respective ministries in fulfilling the mandate of the health-related sustainable development goals.
The event featured presentations from CASNET President Harry Narain and Medical Technologists Association of Guyana Chairperson Nolan Hawk.
CASNET was created to foster unity of purpose among professionals throughout the Caribbean. Therefore, let us embrace and help each other to grow in wisdom and love for humanity.
The week-long BGM comprises a scientific symposium and awards banquet. Exhibitors will also showcase their instruments and products. The appointment of retired Judge James Patterson has been the topic of discussion among many political luminaries. Stacey Carmichael provides this special report from some astute politicians validating the president's decision.
The president's decision to appoint Justice James Patterson as the new chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission, GECOM, has attracted many comments. Some even have attempted to discredit the head of state's action. However, Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu believes the president has acted in accordance with Article 1612 of the Constitution. The PM is quoted, "In a case where the leader of the opposition failed to submit a list, as provided by the Constitution, the President would appoint as GECOM chairman a judge, a former judge, or a person qualified to be a judge. The President is not required to go beyond these qualifications, not even to explore finding someone who would otherwise qualify as fit and proper person. The President is not required also to consider or extract any names from the failed list. When the selection process reaches this stage, names do not matter. What matters is the intervention of the President under the relevant constitutional provision, guided by the principle that a person is qualified and competent." End quote. On the matter of age, award-winning journalist Adam Harris, in an article published on October 21, titled "A President's Decision Creates a Hornet's Nest," alluded to the fact that Justice Patterson was appointed to head the commission of an inquiry into the Camp Street riots of March 3, 2016. Quote, "No one thought that he was too old when he was selected. In fact, I did not hear a peep from anyone. I suppose 1 year in his life makes a big difference." The harsh reality is that the critics feel that Jagdeo had the God-given right to appoint the chairman of the Elections Commission. That didn't happen. So like the little boy who picks up the cricket bat and ball and decides that no game shall be played because he dissented with a decision, Jagdeo is threatening to pick up his bat and ball. End quote. Harris pointed out too, among other things, quote, "The first was the contention that President Granger is indecisive. He was said to be indecisive when he pondered over the list. Then he made a decisive choice and is being pilloried for it." End quote. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Basil Williams brought some perspective to the matter in a statement where he noted, quote, "The submission of the list does not mean that the President is obliged to accept the list or the persons named in it. If the President is of the view that a list is deficient either in totality or in the names that have been included, he can exercise his discretion to deem the entire list unacceptable. If the President considers that one or more persons on the list is not a fit and proper person and therefore unacceptable, then he may decide to reject the entire list or being incomplete or restrictive, or he may decide to choose one of the persons if they qualify, even though every other name on the list is not acceptable. Therefore, the whole list need not be rejected." For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
In our final report, Sophia squatters now have until January to remove from government reserves. Zanil Williams has the details.
Some 266 notices were served to squatters occupying government reserves in the Sophia area. The residents have until January 31st, 2018 to remove, or further action will be taken. Minister Valerie Adams Patterson Yearwood explained that since the demolition exercise in Sophia on October 12th, a number of persons have been engaging CHNPA requesting for extra time to move.
We have agreed to extend this notice to end of January 2018. Which gives you enough time to get your act together.
A warning was given by the minister that any building seen being erected on the reserves will be demolished. The CHNPA will also continue to dismantle those unoccupied structures.
We cannot condone squatting, and many of, particularly in that area where the reserves fully occupied, should we have a breakout of some disease in that area, then everybody will know that CHNPA is aware that squatting is taking place, and CHNPA will be accused of doing nothing.
Those persons who have not yet applied for land are encouraged to do so promptly. The Housing Authority will also be reviewing those applications in the system. For those who cannot afford to build, the government is seeking funding to construct core homes at industry on the east coast of Demerara. Zanil Williams for Info Hub.
Thanks for watching. Remember to connect with us 24/7 on our website and social media. Goodbye.